Verandis, my friend. At long last. How good to see you, Verandis, my old friend. You look well. Our halls have felt quite empty without you. What do you think of our new home? Is it not, as I wrote in my letter, everything one could ask for?
You've built a grand castle, old friend. But I must know, have you considered my request?
To parley with the mortal queen. I have, but my stance has not changed. The Grey Host's strength has grown over the centuries, while dozens of mortal kingdoms have risen and fallen. What sense is there in revealing ourselves to them now?
Mortals are not as you remember them. Empress Hestra would make a fine ally.
What mortals gain from an alliance with us is obvious. But what benefit do we receive from them? King Styric and our Grey Host could crush this Empress Hestra and her armies in a day. I know you worry for our people, Verandis, but you need not.
You can't continue to war against the mortals. There are simply too many of them.
For such a brilliant mind who helped conceive our Grey Council, you can be so short-sighted, Verandis. I will say this. If the mortals do not move against us, we will not move against them. But I cannot protect your precious mortals from themselves.
I believe in the Grey Council, not Styric's Grey Host, and an alliance would protect us all.
Enough talk of alliances and mortals. It has been too long since we last saw one another, Verandis. Let us speak of better times, drink the blood offered, and contemplate the tremendous responsibility we bear to keep our people safe.
Why did you invite me here if you're unwilling to talk about this?
We have talked, and I have listened. I have humored your ideals far longer than they deserve. I invited you because you will flourish here, Verandis. You belong here, among your brothers and sisters, not meandered in the tribulations of mortal life.
The dream didn't start with us ruling over mortals.
Your dream and mine are similar, my friend, but they are not the same. This friction between us, it thins my patience. Still, this place, no matter how grand, did not feel complete until you returned. You belong here, Verandis.
I spoke with Ulfra and Singalis earlier.
Good. You cannot imagine how much I have leaned upon them in your absence. It should please you to know that Ulfra shows restraint these days, and I know Singalis would love to discuss his experiments and research with you.
They don't understand the dream, Rad al-Saran.
They understand little that does not serve their own needs. They do not understand why we started the Grey Council, or what an asset you are to the Grey Host. It will take much to convince them to make peace with mortals.
I would like to continue our discussion of an alliance with the mortals later, my friend.
Of course, Verandis. I know you too well to think you would let the topic go so easily. I promise we will speak of it again. There is no need to rush. We have not seen each other in an elf's age. I would hear what you have been up to, my brother.
We're immortal. We have all the time in the world to catch up.
And yet you waste years away from your family, caring for those who live short and meaningless lives. Ah, Verandis, is my word not enough to appease you? We will speak more of this later. For now, I wish to discuss more pleasant topics.
Lord Verandis, I apologize for the delay. The study is ready for you.
Cold. Skyrim was never this cold before. It's the chill of the grave. something I know of all too well. The unbreachable Markarth. Why have you brought your grey host here, Rodda al-Suron? What do you seek in the ruins below? An ancient darkness stirs, but it will not remain in the shadows. We must put an end to this madness with our light, our strength, our hope. We must take back Skyrim.
Okay, so we need to read the journal.
Easy, friend. It's time to wake up. Find the dream walk potion and drink it.
Dreamwalk potion. Oh, it's up there. Derp. Whoa, I'm taller than she is. Jesus. Anyhow, let's talk to Gwendis.
You cried out in your sleep just before you woke up. What happened? Are you all right?
I went to Verandis' study in the dream and tried to read his journal.
Oh, that would explain it. Don't worry, it's not you. It's almost impossible to read in a dream walk. But did you say Verandis' study? He had a study in this terrible place? Was he truly a member of the Grey Host?
Yeah, unfortunately he was, and something called the Grey Council, but he wanted to make them peace with mortals.
Sounds like Verandis. That's why he founded the Raven Watch after all. To allow vampires like us to gather safely, only feed on willing subjects, and help mortals instead of preying upon them. So he wasn't hoping to conquer Tamriel?
No. He argued for the alliance with mortals. He truly wanted peace.
Then he didn't lie to me. He's still the man I know and trust. He left out a few things, of course, but I'll deal with that another time. That study of his, it might still be here. Can you lead me to it?
Yeah, I can lead you to the study. Okay, so I believe... That way. Okay, so we're gonna go... Shit. Where'd you guys come from? Okay, so this way? Grayhome's kind of a silly name for a castle. For a vampire castle.
After all this time, his scent lingers in this place.
Okay, let's read his journal here. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would ever come this close. My research finally bore fruit. The stone husk incubation vessels are the answers to all the unknowns I hope to unearth. My hope for this is twofold. One, that I will be able to resurrect mortal souls from their afterlife. Second, that I will be able to free vampire souls from Cold Harbor and thus free them from Molag Bal. I will attempt this extraordinary feat on a mortal first. A woman named Lysolda, who died of a wasting disease. Once I am sure that experiment is a success, I will attempt the much riskier undertaking of trying this on a vampire soul. I only pray that my excitement is not premature. I was a fool to think I had all the answers. I preached to Rada al-Saran about protecting mortals, yet my own experiment caused one to suffer needlessly. I attempted to resurrect Lysolda. At first, I was elated. She did return from the dead, but she was not whole. Returning to the world of the living drove her mad. She was so angry. I could feel her rage as clearly as if she were made of flames. I could not think of a way to help her. I was forced to kill her to prevent her from harming anyone, and that act sickens me. My hubris caused Lysolda so much pain. It shames me. I must discover what went wrong. Perhaps if I put some of my own essence in a reliquary, it might stabilize the experiment. That will be my next course of action. There are simply too many unknowns. I modified the ritual, but I dare not follow through. The amount of life energy required to pull a soul out of Cold Harbor, that's too high a price to pay. I will keep a record of the process in this journal, but it must not be acted upon. The stone husk cannot be trusted as a methodology as they currently exist. This decision pains me, but I know in my head it is right. I cannot hurt another the way I hurt Lysolda. I will not risk any others and cause more suffering. This study is closed. I have also begun to contemplate the ramifications of a world without a cycle of life and death. The possibility is horrifying. Why did I ever think this path was the way to peace? I was right to end my experiments and my research where I did. I do not know why I accepted Rada al-Saran's invitation and came to Grayhome. Curiosity, I suppose. An underlying hope that I can change the course of the Great Council and avoid the war that Styric so desperately craves. I did bring all of my equipment with me. The ritual chamber they constructed here is really quite impressive. For a moment, I contemplated renewing my research with Singalis, but I know now that would be folly. It's unfortunate I cannot extract my essence from the reliquary, but that is the least of my worries. For now, I will store it in the first floor armory hidden among the other reliquaries. I have no intention of staying in Grayhome or remaining a part of the Grey Host's Great Council, but at least I know the reliquary will be safe here. Let it serve as a reminder of my failure. If I am to truly broker peace between mortals and vampires, I still have a long road ahead of me. It's time to take my leave.
Did you find the journal? What's it say? The journal was still here. Amazing. What did it say?
Verandis attempted to resurrect humans and vampires using stone husks.
Let me see that. Huh. Ritual simple enough. Just light some candles and place the reliquary. It looks like he abandoned the research before ever testing it on a vampire. Something about life energy and too great a cost.
I think Singalis used his research to resurrect the Grey Host in Skyrim.
Right. Singalis must have continued Verandis' experiments and refined them. You know, when a vampire dies, our souls go to Cold Harbor, to Molag Bal. This may be our chance to get answers directly from a member of the Grey Council.
You want to pull a member of the Great Council out of Cold Harbor?
Why not? They're evil. Who cares what the ritual does to them? We have to interrogate them and find some weakness. Some way to stop the Grey Host. Go downstairs and find the reliquary Verandis wrote about. Then meet me in the ritual chamber.
I'll go get the reliquary.
Get the reliquary and meet me in the ritual chamber.
Okay. Where is this reliquary?
Circle around!
Nope. Guess I go this way. Okay. Not a very good job avoiding that. This place is creepy. Ow, that was crazy. I saw you. Oh, good. Good times. Alright, I imagine Spectral Assassin, that's what that is. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Am I going in the right direction? God, I hope so. No. Shit. Go this way. Oh, there it is. I passed it all along. Verandis' reliquary. Alright, now I go this way. Here we go. My mouse is being all wonky whenever I release it. Ah, here we go. I have no freaking idea what's going on with my voice. It's like really super hoarse. Okay, complete the ritual.
That's a stone husk, all right. Light the candles to begin the ritual. Good. Now place the reliquary.
Place it.
The ritual. It's working. We've got questions.
So hungry.
Fine. You want to fight? Let's do this. We just want to talk.
What the hell?
Done!
Verandis, what are you doing here?
Who do you think sealed this place, child? I came as soon as my wards were disturbed.
Verandis, you should have told me about the Great Council.
So you know, Gwendis. Come, let us all speak outside. So you're the one who helped my ward Gwendis with her inquiries. If I had been completely honest with her, I could have saved you both the trouble. Please, accept my apologies.
Why didn't you tell Gwendis about being a member of the Grey Council?
That was the ancient past. There was no reason to mention my involvement with the Grey Host. I never imagined they would return. Rada al-Saran and I were friends once. I tried to convince him to take a different path, but to no avail.
I dreamwalked through your memories. I saw what you said to him and the others.
You saw? Then know that I regret not trying harder. If I pushed, could I have averted the war? I suppose we'll never know. Regardless, Gwendis informs me that Rada al-Saran may be alive, and somehow the Grey Host has returned to threaten our world.
So, what happens now?
Now I take up the mantle of what you and Gwendis started. We must find out what this revived Grey Host plans, and devise a way to stop them. When the time comes, House Ravenwatch will send for you. I pray you will continue to aid us.
I'll be ready when you call.
I started looking for information about the Grey Host and discovered that my mentor had a hand in their creation. Verandis may have kept his past a secret, but at least we know he opposed their plans for conquest. He wasn't a part of their war.
Verandis has promised to help you find out more about the Grey Host and their current plans.
I heard what he said. I'm still angry that he kept this part of his past a secret, but we'll work it out, eventually. In the meantime, at least I know I can trust him, that he didn't betray the ideals of House Ravenwatch.
So you're gonna work with him on this?
Of course. There's too much at stake to let a few secrets get in our way. I'll help in whatever way I can, and once we know more, we'll send for you. I figure you want to see how this ends just as much as we do.
Anything else I can help with at the moment?
Take this, my friend. You earned it. For helping me learn more about Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host, and for discovering the true connection between Verandis and the Grey Council. When you're ready for a reckoning, House Ravenwatch will contact you.
Okay. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Well, that's it for the Markarth Prologue, so I'm going to call it an episode here. In tomorrow's episode, we will finally be in Markarth. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my video, and of course, if you enjoyed it, smash that thumbs up for me and feel free to leave a comment. Be safe, be well, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!